Adam, a disappointing loss today. Were we too cocky? Were we too confident? Were we unlucky? Did we just not turn up? What happened?
I was full of confidence going into there, but I hold my hands up. PSG were just good, weren't they? At the end of the day, they are a decent team, even without Cavani and Neymar today. They were quality on the ball all over the pitch. You could see things happening with them everywhere. They're just a team, they're knitted. Even with key players out, they've got key players to come in, and they just look a bit further on in terms of progression than what we are right now. They're just a step ahead at the moment. It's like the top table of European football there. And for like an hour, we competed, but going forward today, we had nothing. Front three all had probably the worst.
It just looked like it just didn't click, did it? And then, look, I'm not trying to make excuses, but then the injury to Martial, the injury to Jesse. But you know, we can't make too much excuses because they started the game without their two best players, and it was like they didn't even really miss them. Is that the difference? The fact that we lost our two best players, two of our most influential players. They started the game without two of their influential players, and they coped with it better.
It was like half time, you're 0-0, aren't you? So I mean, the keepers are not
This guy.
Keepers. Oh, God forbid.
He's thrown you, isn't he?
Yeah. Either keeper made a save in the first half. It was like a stalemate, wasn't it? And then as soon as our two players went off, second half was dead pretty much, wasn't it? I mean, I'm looking at Sanchez there. I'm like, right now Sanchez is a chance here.
He didn't bring anything, did he?
Oh God, it's like fucking how much more chance you gonna give the guy? It's like him and Lukaku. You're so frustrated, and then like you said, then it's like they had their two best players come off.
That's what I mean. We can't use that as an excuse, can we? Because they started the game without their two best players.
Our two came off. Well, two of our top four players came off the pitch, and our replacements are just not as good.
But we got to half time at 0-0, and you're thinking, okay, do you know what? We haven't been amazing in the first half. But Mbappe had one chance. We didn't really have a lot to work off, but we're still at 0-0. Then we fall asleep from a corner, and then it's difficult from that. If we keep, you know, the likes of Martial and Lingard, say they didn't get injured, and do you think it could have been different, or was the golfing class there? Was it as simple as that?
I mean, we made a mistake from a corner, then we're chasing a game. They caught us on the break. I mean, any top team in the world's going to do that to you. I mean, you give Mbappe half a chance, he's going to put it away. And it was that. It was a mistake from a corner. It was a level game going in at half time. I mean, there's nothing hardly in it. I mean, they were a bit better on the ball, a bit better in touch and where they moved the ball, but it was there. I mean, if we had a corner, it went in, it might have been a different game again, but we are still clutching at straws a little bit here. I mean, it's a slow process. It's going to take a little bit of time. I mean, it's been great the last 2 months, but they're a top team then.
Are you worried then?
It's going to happen.
We've obviously lost this game here. Are you worried that, you know, Chelsea coming up next? Yeah, they might have got battered 6-0 by City, but it's always hard going to the bridge. Then it's Liverpool after that. Do you worry that we've lost here, not in a good way, if you think about it? Potentially, you might not get the result against Chelsea, then you're looking at Liverpool. Are you worried that maybe the wheels might fall off, or is it a case of, do you know what? It's one bad game. We didn't turn up, and everyone's obviously still, you know, what I mean? Like you are right now.
Stop speaking in front of a camera.
You're speaking in front of the camera.
Boys, stop speaking.
You're speaking in.
Just got beat, lads. Just got beat.
You're speaking in front of the
What are you
camera.
talking about, mate?
He's saying stop speaking in front of the camera, but he's speaking. I see you there. Good man. The guy who says grow up, don't speak in front of the camera, comes in front of the camera and speaks. Listen, is it a case? Yeah. I don't know what drugs he's been on, but yeah. Like I said, so is it a case you think that the wheels could fall off?
PSG 0, European Cups, 93. That's all that matters, boys.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. Fucking small club.
Yeah, we need some more.
Say that one again.
Yeah. Well, like I said, do you worry that, you know, we could go to Chelsea, not get the result, and it could just snowball, or do you think we'll put this behind us and bounce back?
No, I think it's just a good team we came up against tonight. I don't think that's going to totally derail us because we're playing the right way. We're going to lose a game. Everyone's going to lose a game, for God's sake. You know what I mean? It's just tonight. It was just that step too far for us. And next week's Chelsea. We'll go to Chelsea there. They're not in the same league as PSG. I mean, we could lose a couple of games going through this spell now. This is going to happen to any team, but the main thing for us is the style of play at the moment. We just wanted to finish this season when Mourinho went out with something to cheer and go forward. The football's better. We're just going to build on top of that in the summer. It's just going to take time. Our second string at the moment isn't good enough to compete at the highest
And
level.
they've proved that without their best players, they've got the depth, they've got the quality.
We're a top 4 team in the Premier League at the moment. That's where we're at.
Yeah.
We'll take that now from where we was with Mourinho. We're not there on the European level. We all got a little bit excited going into tonight, me included. So I mean, but we just got brought back down to earth tonight a little bit. But
Second leg, is there any hope or game over?
Pogba's out, no chance. No chance. We haven't, because without Pogba in that midfield, we're struggling. His creation. I mean, he was doing everything tonight he could, and he shouldn't have been sent off. Maybe that second one was a yellow, but his first one wasn't a yellow. That was just a joke. But the ref's another story. It's European refs. You've got to know how to play him on the night, and PSG played him perfectly. And it was like a 12th man at the end of the day, but just not quite there yet, mate. That's all.
Cheers. Nice one. Thanks for all.